Hey guys, today we are going to be learning how to use servos. Yeah, so basically today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use servos for cosplays, props, etc. But yeah, okay, so I'm just going to get to it. Alright, so first what you want to use is you want to get your controller. For this video I'm using the Hot RC DS600 right here. My camera's kind of blurry because if I put it in 1, everything is zoomed in, so I gotta put it in 0.6. But yeah, this retails for like $22 on Amazon, I believe, and I got it for 20 bucks or something like that. But it might have gone up because I haven't checked. But yeah, so we have the controller here. Very nice. It has a rechargeable port right here, which is USB-C, so you can plug this into your. I have my main outlet here, so you can just get any cable and plug it in. It's charged. But yeah, so I don't. This function up here is up, down, side, side. This is the on button. There's 8, 5, 4, 6, channel 2, and channel 1. So you can go up, down, sort of like that. I'm pretty sure this is for it to go faster. Alright, so what you want to do is get your servo. And in the DS600 box, it should come with, there's an option to get 2 of these receivers, or just 1. So I got the 2 because I'm probably going to use 2, more than likely. But yeah, there is also a little cable that comes with this. It's to extend this receiver's range, but I've used this so much that it just came off. But yeah, here we have the F068. Let me zoom into that. Hot RC F068. You can kind of see all the little connections. But yeah, okay. So what you want to do is get your power supply, which this is a JSP or JST 28 milliamp battery with 6 volts, made in China. I got 2-pack of these with these rechargeable cables for 14 bucks. With these, all you have to do is match these up. It has a little groove, and you want to match that to up here, and then you can plug this in to your power supply or whatever. That's one way of powering it, and yeah. I also have other ways, like I have this one, but I'll get to that later. Okay, so also I'm gonna have the link for all of these in the description, so if you guys want to check these out or get any of these products, then yeah. Alright, so I gotta teach you a little history. Alright, so JS2 plug, we have the curves. These metal pins make contact with the, where's the receiver? With these little pins. There's a little thing on there. But yeah, they make contact with these little pins, and that basically allows the current from the battery to go to the receiver here. So you also have these, and the little pins slide into there, and then these are bent, and when the pins slide in, they bend up and they make contact with the pins. But yeah, okay, so the red wire here is positive, and yeah, it's positive. The black wire is negative or ground. I think, yeah. But yeah, so the pin on the receiver here, this one right here, the first one is negative, middle one is positive, and the third one is signal, and that basically tells the servo, like, it signals to the servo where to go. But the positive, or the negative and positive, power the whole servo and complete the current. Alright, so when plugging this in, you want to make sure the black pin is touching the very first pin. You just want to push it all the way down, and as you can see, the receiver is powered, as indicated by the green flashing light. And you want to get your controller. Press on for 3 seconds, or until it beeps, and you can see it's on because it has the screen lit up, and the receiver is successfully paired. And what you want to do next is get your servo, and you have these 3 wires and the 3 pins. So when plugging this, or you have the 3 pins here, and when plugging this in, you want to keep a note that the yellow is the signal wire. So it basically goes here, the red is positive, so it goes in the middle, and the brown wire is ground / negative. So yeah, this is a JR type servo, and there's also different types of these servos too. Like there's a version here which is white, red, and black, but it's basically the same. It's just the colors are mixed. So you have the JR, and the white, black, and red one is the Futaba, or Futaba. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. I hope I didn't botch that. But yeah, with these Futaba RC servos, the white is signal, the red is positive, and the black is negative / ground. So it'll go the same like this. The 3 pins plugged into the thing. Okay, so get your servo. Make sure the metal pins are faced up. And as we said, the first pin is, sorry, I have such a stutter. The first pin is black or negative, the middle pin is positive, and the third one is a signal. Okay, so have it faced up like this and just plug it in. Now you have the servo. It might, when you plug it in, it might twist, but that's because, like, once you have the servo offline, like, let me just unplug this. If you have the servo offline and, I don't know, you move it, it'll reset back to its position when plugged in. So let me just plug this back in. See, it just reset to its position. Okay, so now that I have the servo powered, it can go 90 degrees and 90 degrees. And then this is basically goes 180, so you can go that and that. Now there's also other servo horns, like this is the, I don't know what it's called, but this just has one. There is a circle servo horn that you can use for different applications. Just put that on. It's kind of tricky to take off. And then there's, I like to call this the star one. You can put that on. And then there is the two-sided, actually no. Normally there would be a two-sided one, but I trimmed the other side. So this one here would look like that, but I trimmed it off. So, okay. So yeah, we have the servo here, and this is being powered by the JS2 battery. Now I'm going to show you how to use it with the cable now. Okay, so now we have the cable version, and this is actually custom wired by and soldered by myself. So I'm just going to put the servo over here. Okay, so first, if you want to make one of these, I'm pretty sure you can't buy these, or if you, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't buy these, but I don't know, if you tried, I don't know if they are available, but I just made this myself. So what I did first was I grabbed a USB cable. I used any phone charger cable I had around, and before I tested it, I made sure it worked. So I actually have my phone charger right here. So what you want to do is you'd grab for one of these, you want to use a cable that you're not going to use. So this one I am using, but this is just an example. So I have the USB and it has the USB-C. So what I did was I trimmed this off. I got a wire splitter, and I got a wire cutter, and I separated the positive and negative wires, and I matched that to these, which I got off AliExpress. They were like $2 for this whole thing, and they already are cut into positive and negative wires, and these are JS2 plugs and JS2 connections. So I got the JS2, the plug one, and I soldered it to the positive and negative wire of this phone charger cable. And normally there is 4 cables. There's a signal cable, positive and negative, and then there is a there's another wire. It's like a ground wire, but I just cut the 2 unimportant wires and I soldered it to the positive and negative wire. I cut off the 2 unimportant wires, and then I left the positive and negative in this cable, and I connected it to the positive and negative in here. And then I soldered it, put a little of this metal tape I have here. And if you want this, I'll put this in the description. This is soldering metal. It's 1mm. And then yeah, and then I had some electrical tape. And make sure when you're doing that, you want to wrap the positive individually and then wrap the negative individually. And then I just took another piece of electrical tape and put it on all around the outside to, you know, isolate or keep the wires together. But you don't want to have them touching. You want to isolate them, then wrap them together. But yeah. So this is the cable, and then all you have to do is just grab a charger brick and then plug it in. And you want to get your receiver. Make sure it's in the right place. And just like that. And now the servo moves. Now I use this cable for most of my cosplays because it's easier to use and it's way better than the battery because the battery can run out fast. But with this one, you can plug it into one of these, or one of these, which is a power. Yeah, you can plug these into power banks. You can plug these into walls. You can plug these into a bunch of things. But yeah, so you have the servo here. Yeah, also this one provides a lot more power than the batteries, so that's another added bonus. Alright, so next I'm going to be showing you the cables that you can put with your servo. So, yeah. Okay, so I have 3 cables here. These are going to be the 3 most important, I believe. So you have your servo here. I'm just going to unplug this. Okay, so the first cable you have here, also there's a little hot glue sticks because I've used these before. The first cable here, we have a servo channel reverse. As you can see, it has a servo and it has the connector for the servo, and it has this little motherboard that turns it from one channel to another. You can see it up here. Okay, so when using one of these, you want to have, you can see this, on this one there isn't, but normally there'd be a little indent like this that shows you. There'd be a little square indent up here that shows you where to put it. So if you get your servo, you want to have the metal pins up facing the little, you can kind of see the little pin. So you want to have it like that. So the metal pins facing that. If you plug it in wrong, it's not going to work. And then you have the metal pins. This is the Y splitter, by the way. But yeah, this turns it so you can have 2 servos and they're connected by the same channel and they move at the same time. So you have this, metal pins facing up, and yeah, servo moves. If you had another servo and you did this side to side, they would both move at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this. Now that was the Y splitter. The servo channel reverse right here. I'm gonna plug it in first because it doesn't have the little notch here, so I'm gonna plug this in. As you can see, it will be on when it has a little red flash. I'll plug it in. Okay, I did plug it in right. There wasn't a little notch, but yeah. Alright, so you have it plugged in here. So it goes from the servo channel reverse, and it has a little connector to the servo. And I'll make the servo wire a little longer. So. And now instead of going this way first, it goes the other way. It also might jitter a little bit because it's being reversed. It also might become slower too, but it's still fine. Okay, so that was the servo channel reverse. And next up is the servo extender. Now I got a pack of these, like 10 of these for like $2. Basically what this does is it doesn't reverse, but it basically extends the servo. So if you need the servo way over here, but you can't attach it because it's too far away, you have one of these guys. So this just plugs into the receiver like this. And this is a Futaba style servo, but they're basically, all you got to do is just match it up. And then you have this guy. So what you want to do is match it up. See the black and the brown? That is both negative. So you're going to plug it in. You have the brown, negative, positive, positive, and signal to signal. So you have it plugged in. And then you have this servo, and then it basically just extends the servo. So you now have the servo way far away, or you can have it very far away with these. So, okay, for the next part of this video, there's actually going to be 3 controllers. I just showed you the DS600, the FlySky FS-i6B, and the Radio Link, which I have here. Radio Link TAS. So I'm going to be showing you the FlySky next. So get this out of the way. Alright, so this is the FlySky FS-i6B. This is the receiver. It's the FS-i86B. I have the actual controller right here. So this actually has 6 channels, or actually it has 8 because it has 2 up here. But this is way more than the Radio Link one, or not the Radio Link, the Hot RC one. You have this guy, 6 channel receiver, LED, and you can also update it too. This has 2 receivers instead of 1. And this guy, both of these retail for like $70, but I'm pretty sure you can get them like $50 now. But yeah. Okay, so this also comes with a binding link. Alright, so what you want to do is get your cable, plug it in, and with this one, I'm pretty sure the power supply is all the way at the top, and I'm pretty sure it's the same as the Hot RC. So yeah, you want to have the, where's mine? Alright, so the first pin up here, this is negative, positive, and signal. So I have it plugged in. You can see it's blinking. And with this one, since these two are not paired, you want to pair it. So when pairing this, it has a little receiver at the top, and this one just goes from the signal to the negative. Alright, so when pairing, you want to have this in the power supply part, and you want to have the actual power supply in channel 3. And you can see now it's blinking. So what you want to do, when pairing, you want to press this button and the on and off switch. You want to press this and then see bonding, okay, and now it's, after that beep, it's paired. Alright, so you can take this out. It might blink when it's not connected. So when this is not connected, it'll let you know. But yeah, now it's fully paired. You take this guy. Put this in a safe place because you might need this later on. Alright, so now you can get your servo, and as we said, I'm just gonna match it up. So I'm gonna put this in channel 1. Alright, so now the servo is connected. I'll put this to the side. Let's get the servo horn. Alright, so now I have the servo horn. I'm just gonna put it back on. So you have it here. Okay. Oh, sorry. Alright, now that we have these 2 connected, we're just gonna test it out real quick. Alright, so it's basically the same channels as the Hot RC. The first channel is side to side. The second one is up and down, but that's not working. It might jitter a little like this because you can move this anywhere. So if I accidentally, like, while doing up and down, if I accidentally move it, I will do that. But yeah, side to side. And with the servo channel reverse, if you want it to match the controller, you can put that in and it'll just go like the other way. So yeah. So this is the left stick version. So the left stick down here is down. I like to use this for the eyelids. So if you have them like right here, and then you press like it'll go like all the way up if you do that, and then all the way closed if you do that. And then this one, so the third channel is this one on the left, up and down. The fourth channel is side to side on this one. And I like to use the fourth channel for eyebrows, so while doing the eyelids I can like do that, and then they'll be angry. And then this one, up and down, I like to use for the eye, the physical eye, and side to side. Make it go left and right. So you have the eye here, and then go like side to side. And then if you want it up and down, and then yeah. There's a lot of controls on this one. I personally don't use these, this, that, or these up here, but these two up here, I use for the ears, and for another function. So say if I was connected to the cupcake, I have a little model right here. We have the cupcake. These would all be used for the eyes and eyelid. There is no eyebrows, so we can't really use this channel. But for the mouth, to make it go up, you have this up here, and you can twist it. So if I twisted it up, it would go that, and then I could do it like all the way, and then all the way down. And then since my cupcake can actually come off the platter, if I want him to have him stationary, this knob wouldn't be touched. If we want to raise him a little bit up, and do that, put it back to 0, and then all the way up, we can have it like that. But yeah, so those two channels are used for that. Also, if say for a character like Toy Bonnie, I could use these for the bottom ears and these for the top ears, because there's a servo from the bottom ears, and then there's a servo on each side for the top ears. So yeah, that's the FlySky FSI6X. There also is a battery pack right here, which I broke, but yeah, it requires 4 batteries, so it's not rechargeable. Put that back in. Also, this little phone stand is an attachment that I got off AliExpress for like $2. But yeah, you can put your phone here and control it and everything like that. Yeah, so that is the FlySky FSI6X, and it is pretty bulky too. So yeah, and to turn it off, you just press this down. And then this guy, you just unplug it, and that's that. Okay, I'm going to show you the radio link real quick, and yeah. Okay, and for the radio link, I have to use my Endo O2 animatronic, because that's like the only thing I have connected besides Bonnie down there. So yeah. Okay, so we have the radio link controller here. It's way smaller than the FlySky FSI6X, which is right here. And this is the radio link, so it's like half the size, and it also has all the functions too. Okay, so for the radio link, have the same functions: up, down, side to side, the left stick, and then that, and side to side too. Down here we have the first knob that the FlySky FSI6X would have. You can manually adjust how far the servo goes. This one up here, you can have a servo, and it'll just go down 1. And up here you could actually have 3 levels. You can have the servo at the very top position, or do it to the middle position, and then the last position. So you can 1, 2, 3, and yeah, you have that for both sides. So for Toy Bonnie's ears, you can have the bottom ears at their stagnant position, middle position, and down position. And then the top ears, you can have the same thing: stagnant, middle, and down position. So yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna power this on. There's also these buttons here, which I don't use, but yeah, also this is rechargeable too with the USB-C. So it's the same as the Hot RC, but way better. So you're just gonna push this down, and all these lights will light up. And as you can see, he jumped. He's very scary. So I currently have him connected to the eyes, up, down, side to side. So you can kind of look. This one should be with the eyelid, because you can see that when the eyelid's supposed to go there. You can kind of see them moving. And then the jaw is connected to the side to side, so you can like. And you have an MG996R right there. So there's actually 4 MG996Rs in this guy. So he's pretty. He can also tip over too. So yeah. Also, this guy's gonna be sold. So whoever's buying this, I guess this is an early demo at your animatronic. To anyone wondering, he will be sold for like $180 to $200 because this guy's pretty big. This is also. Sorry, the servos are kind of loud, but yeah, this guy will be sold from $180 to $200 plus something, because this guy is full size. This is actually 1-to-1 scale with the movie animatronic. So just for size reference, I have the Jazzwares the Jazzwares FNAF 2 jump scare action figure. You have the Toy Bonnie figure right here. So he's about like maybe 2.5 Bonnies tall. Have him in the back, or maybe he's like 10 inches tall. So this is just the head of Mangle. So you actually have, this is Mangle's Endo O2 head. It's not Mangle's actual head, it's just the Endo O2 head. I'll put a picture up here on screen. But yeah, he's like 2 Bonnies tall, so he's pretty big. This is the jump scare figure. Isn't that right? So yeah, I'm just gonna put that back in. Also, for this animatronic, it will come with power cables, and the eyes do light up, so that's another bonus. I can actually show that to you right now. Here, Bonnie, you can stand here. So I have my battery pack. He will not come with a battery pack or things, so you'll have to get that yourself, but I have my battery pack here, and I have the power cable for the lights. Plug that in, and it turns on. So yeah, so he's currently powered right now. The eyes are powered. Let me turn this on, and then he also is on like a ball too. So also program these servos manually to close all the way so it doesn't interfere with this. You see the jaw. I have the ball too. Mind my dogs. You can also eat Bonnie too, so if you guys really don't like Toy Bonnie, I know some of you don't, you can kind of just put them in there. So yeah, he can eat Bonnie too. But yeah, also we have this is removable, but once I paint it and everything, it won't be. So yeah. But yeah, I'm still working on this guy, so I just wanted to show him off because he's the only one really connected to the radio link controller. There is Toy Bonnie, but I don't feel like bringing him out right now because I still have to work on him. So I cut this guy into like 6 parts, so you can kind of see some like seams here. But yeah, that's the yeah, so if anybody wants to buy him, he will be available in like a month or so to buy. I just gotta like sand everything down, make it nice and smooth, make it movie accurate too with painting and everything. So he's also gonna go on a car, so stay tuned for that, I guess. Yeah, we have the, turn him off. I actually have the controller right here. It's the same as all the rest. It's basically, I have this flipped around, but you can kind of see the negative is the first wire, the positive second, signal is third. This is a never mind. But yeah, he only has 4 servos, the radio link R8EF, and if you get one of these, this guy's actually only $50, the radio link controller. So if you get one of these, yeah, it comes with a rechargeable cable, the receiver, and the controller, which is not bad for $50. It's way cheaper than the FlySky FSi6X, and it has all the same functions, if not more. Yeah, it has actually more functions than it too, which is wild. But yeah, you can use these for anything: boats, multi-control, robots. This guy's a robot. Yeah, him. Car, fixed wings, gliders, basically anything. So yeah, it's only $50, and out of the 3, I do recommend the radio link. So yeah, but if you're making bulkier animatronics, I definitely recommend the FlySky FSi6X. The controller is way heavier and bigger, but it's worth it. But that's only for big animatronics. Small ones like these guys is fine. I'm gonna power the servos back on. I don't know if you guys saw that spark there. This guy has a little bit of power. He also eat people. Ow. He wants to mark up my hand, bro. But yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. Also, yeah, he's gonna be coming with a pre-soldered cable here. If you guys know Figure Industries, he's actually getting sent Toy Bonnie. Not that Toy Bonnie, the actual animatronic. So if you guys know him. But yeah, I have his cable for Toy Bonnie right here, so I soldered 3 of these cables, one for this guy, so whoever's buying this, I already said this, but whoever's buying this already is gonna get the power cable, and then I have a cable for myself, because I'm gonna be using my animatronics, and then this is the 3rd cable, which is for Figure Industries. But yeah, you can see how clean I got this. Just that to the thing, and then yeah, you can kind of see the cable I soldered. This one is different because I just had extra tape, so I just wrapped it around. But yeah, basically soldered cable. And if you guys really request it, I'll show you how to solder one of these. It's really easy, but if you guys want to see it, then I'll definitely show you. Yeah, that is basically it for this video. If you have any more suggestions, I will be open to them. So if you have any questions you want answered, ask me, and then yeah, I'll try to get to it. But that's gonna be it for this video, and these videos will be posted every single Tuesday and Thursday if I have time. I'll try to do it every Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know, there might be a delay once or twice, maybe on like a Friday or something, Fun Friday, or we can have special Saturdays, special Sundays, I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it for this video, and if you want to see more, there should be way more on my channel. But yeah, I don't really know how to do an outro, but Toy Bonnie says bye.